Hi there, in this screencast I'm going to show you how to draw text on the screen so that when we add keeping score to our game, you'll be able to display the score to the user. So in Greenfoot, text is uh, uh, basically a subclass of actor, the way that sprites are. So they're objects that need to be added to the screen or added to the world when you want to display any text. So what I need to do then first is I need to actually create a subclass that I'm going to call label. All right. And then I leave unspecified for its image. Okay, and now I go into the text editor for label, and all I'm going to do is this. I'm going to add a constructor method that says public label string message int font size Java color, and then it has 2 lines of code. One other thing I need to do is I need to add some import statements to my uh, the code. So let me go. I'm going to pause the video for a second while I go and find the exact syntax of it. Okay, I found it. So let me go up at the top here in the code window for label. I'm going to add the line that says import java.awt.color. And I'm also going to add that statement to the my world class. So I need to add that to my world. You may have it already from um, the other import statements that you had to add, but in case you didn't, be sure you add import java.awt.color somewhere at the top of the code window for my world. Okay, so let's see if that worked. Yes, it does appear to have. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my world, and I'm going to declare three label variables. So I'm going to say private, the type is going to be label, and we're going to say startup message and running message and finished message. All right, and now I'm going to go down to the constructor, and I'm going to say startup message equals new label. And let's see, what information do I need to provide? A message, a font size, and a color. So I will say, let's see, um, move the dinosaur. These are my directions with the arrow keys to avoid the pterodactyls. I think that's how you spell it. And then I'm going to do \n. That's going to actually cause whatever comes next to be on a new line. And then I'm going to say press S to start. Okay, so that's my message. The font size I'll make really big, and I'll say color.blue. Okay, so that created the label object named start message. It didn't actually draw it on the screen, so I don't do that until I add the object to the world. So I'm going to say add object startup message, and then I'm going to say get width divided by 2, and then 200 down from the top. Okay, so now and let's see, what does it not like here? I don't see anything. Okay. So let's go. No, it's still saying we have an error in my world. Where is it? That's odd. It's not really showing it here. Oh, here it is, color.blue. Hmm. Is it all capitalized? I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it looks like it was. So color.blue needs to be capitalized. So let's try it now. Okay, good. Move the dinosaur with the arrow keys to avoid the pterodactyls. Press S to start. And oh, I need to do run. And then okay, so now you notice that it's still being drawn on the screen. And that's because things that appear on the screen aren't removed until you actually um, um, call the remove object method in the world class. So it's not like XNA where if you don't draw it, don't add a statement to draw it, it won't be drawn. Once you draw something, it will continue to be drawn until you call the method that removes the object from the world. So I'm going to go back into the My World class, and once uh, once the game has started, I'm going to call remove object for startup message. So here it is. I'm detecting the S key is going down and changing the game state, and I'm going to say remove object startup message. All right, so now let's see if that's going to work. Yep, sure enough, no more startup message. Okay, so then let me just add the lines of code that say that, well, I'll stop for there in this screencast, and we'll pick it up with keeping score and how to display the score, and then add other messages relevant to what the score is and how to restart the game. So that'll be the next screencast.